One of the things that I think we know is that if you're somewhere for a long time, and 100 years is a long time, that values endure.
They make the organization and its staff feel like they're part of the bank's family.
It's wonderful, 100 years, and I hope they are here for many, many hundreds of years.
I love it because when I go into the bank, they always know my name.
The values that built this bank was the idea that we were going to serve our customers and their needs, that they would be our top priority. And as we did that, we would serve the needs of the community, and that too would be our top priority. So those values have endured, and we are now 100 years strong.
There's a certain pride that goes into it when it's homegrown, because who's going to use it? You're going to use it. People's Bank employees understand that.
Where we've been really blessed is that our senior management team and throughout our management ranks, all the way down to our employees, what we have is individuals who just don't work here at People's Bank. They just don't work here in Northwest Indiana. They live here. We're a part of the community.
That sense of understanding of the community and understanding where this all started has kept the success very grounded and focused on the community and the people that it serves.
The slogan of You First Banking brings our culture to life. It talks about the values that we have here and values that have endured for 100 years and that will endure for another 100 years. And it has to do with just the simple things and the common courtesies that we would like to make sure that all of our customers know that we believe that they are the most important thing, and they are the most important thing that we have to do every day, which is to serve their needs.
Whether we're calling the corporate office asking for things to be taken care of, or we're dealing with the branch managers or just the tellers at the bank, the You First Banking seems to be something that's been very good for us as far as being able to get the items done that we need to have happen.
There's a gal that I like here very much whose name is Carla. I think I started with her at the banking, and she has gone up, but I still keep in touch with her. She has been very helpful. She's a wonderful person.
I have people I can call People's Bank and say, hey, how do you do this? We have become part of the family. And that's what a community development corporation would require in a lead lender. And there's nobody I know of that has a better lead lender than our organization. People's Bank is just that.
Well, even though the You First Banking theme and concept is relatively new, when the bank was established in East Chicago, it was established in the tavern and a dance hall for the local community. So the president, my great-grandfather, knew everybody by name and put everybody first. And so that is something that I think has been a huge focus of the bank ever since it was started.
The bank was founded by my grandfather, who was an immigrant to the United States. He came here in 1899, was born in Poland in 1881. So he came here as a very young man. And he came as part of a wave of immigration that came to the United States to build this country. He came to work in the foundries, but because he was an enterprising person, he also had a dance hall and a saloon. And so his day job was to be in the foundries, his night job was the dance hall and the saloon, and he had the only safe in the neighborhood. And from that safe grew a traditional bank in the European way, and that money was kept for safekeeping and then made available for the purposes of building people's lives here in the United States, and in the end, building the community that was at that point the south side of East Chicago, Indiana. And my dad was here at the bank as president from the early 1950s through the time that he retired in 1976. So Dad carried on from, had firsthand knowledge of my grandfather and his cohorts who founded the bank. And Dad just did an exceptional job of, at 24/7 before that was even popular, of setting I think, a prime example of what it is to be a community banker. I think everyone remembers him and as someone who literally was always on top of issues, always on top of how the bank could help grow the community. So at that point, Dad was dealing with second and third generations, and we're blessed now because we are dealing with third and fourth generations of individuals and who are banking with the bank. But obviously, we have new customers too, so we're blending now both the traditional banking, where people come into the bank and bank every day, and with the new idea that there's electronic means of banking.
One of the challenges of banking today is this new generation of customers that lives online and doesn't necessarily live in brick and mortar.
Just the convenience of online banking to me alone is beneficial, because that's where I do all my work, is online.
When we attempt to serve our community during times of stress, we take all of what we have here at the bank, all of our knowledge, all of our know-how, but we tailor that to the specific needs. And when we see floods and folks who have been flooded out of their homes, to be able to sit down with them one-on-one and not just have a program, one size fits all, but individual programs where we can really address specific needs. That makes us feel really good as a financial institution. It makes our employees feel really good, but we know that we're directly helping our community.
To bottom line it, without People's Bank, our doors would have been closed already, because there were times when People's Bank say, what do they need? Okay, we can supply that. And because of that, our doors are still open.
Look at the banks that have been falling, right and left. People's has been standing with a head high. So this is what I like about it.
It's really been great to see the bank becoming a part of the economic development in a very fundamental way, and involving the people in the community, involving the leaders, and really growing with the community.
I believe if I took away anything from the experience I had from my grandfather, is that no one comes to America, no one in America does it because they want an easy life. They do so because they want a better life. And I think that's how we have dedicated ourselves here at People's Bank for this last 100 years, to build our community and to build better lives for the families that we serve and for their children and for their grandchildren.